Dear students, I welcome you all again to the class of English Optional BA third year. We have been dealing with the paper entitled Literary Theory and Criticism. In unit number 1 of this paper, we are expected to study Greek masters and Roman masters. Plato and Aristotle, these two Greek masters are included in our syllabus. In the previous classes, we dealt with Plato's theory of ideas, Plato's observation on poetry, Plato's observation on drama, Plato's observation on style, and so on. In Aristotle, we dealt with three aspects so far. In the first period of this subtitle, Aristotle, we studied Aristotle's perspective. Then we came across Aristotle's observation on poetry, and in the last class we dealt with Aristotle's observation on epic poetry. Dear students, today we are going to study Aristotle's observation on tragedy. Aristotle's Poetics is believed to be written to defend poetry against Plato's attack on poetry. He expressed his deep concern about tragedy in his world-famous book Poetics. According to Aristotle, tragedy is the highest form of poetry. He has worked out the theory of tragedy with deep insight and comprehension. Today, we shall deal with Aristotle's definition of tragedy, the origin of tragedy, and the characteristics of tragedy. Aristotle says the epic and tragedy are the outcome of the imitation of the noble actions and good men, and the satire and comedy are the outcomes of the mean actions of bad men. So according to Aristotle, tragedy is the outcome of noble actions of good men, and satire and comedy are the outcomes of the mean actions of bad men. He says that the tragedy is superior to all types of literature. Aristotle defines tragedy as the imitation of an action that is serious, complete, and of a certain magnitude in a language beautified in all different parts with different kinds of embellishments through action and not narration, and through scenes of pity and fear, bringing about the catharsis of these emotions. Aristotle defines tragedy as an imitation of action that is serious, complete, and of certain magnitude. It is full of artistic ornament, the several kinds being found in separate parts of the play, in the form of action, not of narrative. Through pity and fear, effecting the proper purgation of these emotions. This definition has two parts. The first part is concerned with tragedy as one of the imitative parts. Tragedy as one of the imitative arts, and points out its medium, objects, and manner of imitation. The second part is concerned with the function and emotional effect of tragedy. Serious action Aristotle means a tale of suffering, exciting pity and fear. He adds, the action should complete, whole and well knit. It means there should be organic unity or a natural sequence of events that cannot be disturbed. In short, there should be well beginning, the middle, and the end of the plot. The plot of a tragedy should have certain magnitude. It should have particular design or structure. There should be the beginning of the plot, there should be the middle part of the plot, and there should be the end of the plot. So this is well-knit structure of the plot. The plot of a tragedy should have a certain magnitude. So he expects that there must be natural or organic unity. It should be of a reasonable length. It should not be too long or too short. It should be just in proportion. The artistic ornament and form of action are two more characteristics of tragedy. By artistic ornament, he means use of rhythm, harmony, and song. And by form of action, he means in tragedy, the tale is told with the help of living and moving characters. The speeches and actions make the tale perfect. So friends, today we have come across Aristotle's observation on tragedy. Aristotle feels that, or according to him, tragedy is the highest form of poetry. He defines tragedy is an imitation of action that is serious, complete, and of a certain magnitude. Further, he says that it should be well ornamented with several kinds of being found in separate parts of the play. He thinks of structure, he thinks of beginning, he thinks of middle part, he thinks of end of the plot. He thinks that there should be organic unity and a natural sequence of events. While talking about certain magnitude, he says that there should be reasonable length of the plot. It should not be too long or too short. Further, he says that rhythm, harmony and song, employed as occasion demands, they are designed to enrich the language to make it effective. And finally, he speaks about form of action. A tale is told by a living and moving characters. Speech and actions make the tale complete. Dear students, in the following class, we shall proceed ahead with the discussion of Aristotle's observation on tragedy. We shall be dealing with the constituent parts of tragedy. Then we shall deal with the structure of the plot in tragedy. Then we shall deal with complex and simple variety of plot. Then we shall think about Aristotle's observation regarding tragic hero. So with this, I would like to remain here. Thank you very much.